Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Remember the uncivilized mutt Texas state trooper who shoulder checked a couple of football players as they were coming out of a tunnel during a game? Actually, it was halftime, going into halftime of a football game, a college football game. Remember that happened a couple months ago. In any event, the district attorney refused to follow through with charges at the time, where it looks like the uncivilized mutt might have to face some repercussions for his actions after all. So here's an article of what's going on, fam. Here's an update. South Carolina running back Oscar Attaway III filed a criminal complaint against the Texas state trooper who made contact with him and wide receiver Nick Harbor during the Gamehawks November 15th game against Texas A&M. Attaway's attorney, B. Keith Jackson, said to the Washington Post that the Gamehawks running back filed a complaint on December 12th accusing the trooper of assault. The Brazos County District Attorney is considering whether to move forward with charges. Attaway's attempts to learn the trooper's name have come up short. Neither Texas A&M nor police nor the Texas Department of Public Safety would provide identification even after Attaway called campus police to report an assault. Attaway said he wants to know the trooper's name and receive an apology. In the months since the game, Attaway said he lost sleep over the incident and has seen a University of South Carolina sports psychiatrist because of the emotional distress. You see this sort of thing on TV, different scenarios of police bullying people here and there, but you never feel it and understand it until you're actually in the situation, Attaway said to the Washington Post. The incident occurred in the final minutes of the second quarter after Harbor scored an 80-yard touchdown. Harbor ran through the end zone and partway up a tunnel while holding the back of his right leg in apparent discomfort. Multiple teammates, including Attaway, followed him into the tunnel and walked with him back toward the field. As they exited from the tunnel, the trooper walked the opposite direction, bumped into them, and turned around to point at and say something to them. Reactions to the incident poured in throughout the sports world. LeBron James chimed in, and Texas DPS relieved the officer of his game day duties and sent him home after the incident. But that ain't really do much. That wasn't really satisfying. And they also offered a little shitty statement saying that they were aware of the incident that occurred that day and that the trooper involved was sent home. Okay, that's like getting into a fight at school and you just get sent home, but you can get to come back to school tomorrow morning. Not acceptable. Not acceptable at all. Let's take a look at Oscar's lawyer's profile here. This is B. Keith Jackson. Says he's committed to providing the best possible legal outcome for all his clients. His practice areas include criminal law defense, personal injury, contract law, commercial litigation, commercial and municipal debt collection. Got his degree from the Thurgood Marshall School of Law. And he's coming for some chips. They're pursuing criminal charges, but they're also pursuing civil charges. They're suing him as an individual. They're suing the trooper as an individual as soon as they get the trooper's name, because at this moment, DPS and Texas A&M refuse to release the identity of the trooper. Now, family, y'all know how this go. Like, if it's me or you, our name in the papers the same day. We blast it all over the internet. Why does this uncivilized mutt get protection? Family, I really was trying to figure out what his name is. I got close and I think I may have his name, but I'm not sure. I'm not absolutely 100% sure. that's him. But it damn sure looks like him. I matched a name with a picture, and as much as I could see the half of his face, because he had his hat tilted. So I got a couple of ideas about going to check, a couple of other sources I'm gonna check to see. But I think I may have this dude's name. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead on and say the first name, Ty. Ty. I ain't gonna give you the last name yet because I want to make sure I got the right guy. But Ty, and maybe we can smoke him out. Somebody knows who that uncivilized mutt is. Not only do Texas A&M know who he is, and DPS know who he is, but his family and friends know who he is. They know who he is. Somebody is gonna give his ass up. Somebody gonna give him up. They shouldn't be able to do that though. His name, all of these cops, when they get involved in physical confrontations, where there's, any type of a physical altercation, especially when it comes to things that involve gun injury, their names should be released like that, just like the victims' names. Their names should go out, because if you kill one of them, they're gonna put your name out immediately, right? If you bump one of them, you showed to check one of them, your name going out like that. And they're gonna be talking about how they need to restore law and order and respect for the police. Well, how about respect for the citizens who pay your damn bills? Yeah, we got to find this dude, family. We got to find him. So, family, if this dude does not give a damn about doing something like that on national television, imagine what he's doing outside of the public domain. Imagine what he's doing on the side of that road. He's pulling people over. This dude is obviously unhinged. He got a gun and a badge and a patrol car. And the authority invested in him by the state of Texas to inject himself into people's lives. Family, this dude is dangerous. He needs to be taken off the streets. He has no conflict resolution skills whatsoever. And I guess in his mind, he don't need him because he starts the conflict, because there was no conflict, actually. There was absolutely no conflict. The only thing that anybody could contribute to him behaving the way he did was that the other team scored on his team. And it looked like they was going to beat him. By the way, the Aggies came back and won the game, I believe, by 1 point, 31-30, which is crazy because those dudes had them down big. They had them down by at least 3 or 4 touchdowns. And they made one of the biggest comebacks in history. Perhaps part of that comeback had to do with the players being intimidated. It's one thing to be playing in somebody else's backyard. You're playing on the road already. You're in somebody else's backyard. But it's a whole other thing when you start thinking about your life might be in danger. If this dude is behaving like that and nobody's doing anything about it, that could get into those players' heads. And we thinking that something like this is decades and decades behind us. No, this stuff is still going on everywhere. And not just in Texas. I want to remind y'all, because I know some of y'all are saying, well, the South, man, that's how they do in the South, the South. Okay, so y'all ain't got no police killings in New York? Ain't no black people getting killed in Chicago? Ain't no black people getting gunned down in California? Talk to me. Because last I checked, all of it is America, including Atlanta, police killing black people illegally. in Atlanta. So you might have it worse in some places than others, but it's still America and it's still lawless. Yeah, this dude is a danger to society. Buddy is a danger to society. Let me put this pic of him back up. He went toward those dudes and made contact. You know, maybe we can pull that footage. Maybe we can go back and watch the whole game and see if we can see this dude. We can spot this dude. And maybe do some type of, what do you call that? Face recognition thing. But we got to get him. We got to find him. We got to get him off the streets because he is an absolute danger. He's a danger to society, to civilized society. He is an absolute danger. He must be taken off the streets. This is unacceptable, fam. This dude literally threw an elbow at number 27. He literally threw the elbow. Boom. Now, here go the cold part right here now. Y'all know this is the dude who probably didn't make the football team, the baseball team, the basketball team. He probably was a loser in high school. Girls didn't want him. The dudes didn't want to kick it with him or nothing like that. So he stick around and figure out why he's unsuccessful, why he's a nobody. And, you know, as always, people that like him come from his type of background. They blame black folks. I need somebody to be mad at because I can't be mad at my own losing ass self. So I got to put it on somebody else. Ooh, what about the black man? Yeah, ooh, I don't like them. You know what I'm going to do? I'm finna go and push. I'm finna go shove one of them. I'm going to go walk through this tunnel and shove them. Y'all know for a fact, you put him in a room with any one of them young bulls and they'll tear his head off, and he know it. But like always, they hide behind the badge, the gun, and the law. No more talk.